Good afternoon, students. This is session 4 of Introduction to English Studies, Unit 2, Literary Terms and Linguistic Competence. The topic of this video is Concepts for Understanding Theatre, Part 2. This is a continued part of earlier session. In this session, we will try to understand the concepts for understanding theatre, which includes stage setting, dialogue, monologue, and soliloquy. In the earlier video, we learnt about some of the components of the theatre like performance, playwright, directing, and acting. The other main components of the theatre include performers, audience, director, theatre space, design elements like scenery, costumes, lighting, sound, and the text or the script. All these elements combine together to create a theatrical experience for the audience. According to Aristotle, there are 6 elements of drama, which include the plot, character, thought, diction, song, and spectacle. Stage setting comes under the spectacle. Any theatre include 3 major parts. The first one is the house, which is the seating area for guests watching a performance, and the second part is the stage where the actual performance is given. The backstage area is usually restricted to people who are producing or in the performance. Now we will learn about stage setting. Stage setting in drama refers to the design and arrangement of the stage environment, which include scenery, properties, lighting, which helps to create the world of the play and enhance the audience understanding of the setting, time, the period in which the event is enacted, and the atmosphere. Thus, stage setting is a crucial element that can significantly influence the audience perception and interpretation of the play. A well designed stage setting can enhance the production as it supports the characters on the stage. Stage setting is also known as staging. It involves arranging the scenery and properties on a stage to represent the location of a play or a film. All visual elements are included here. The set designs, properties, lighting, and even the actors' movements and their positions are included in stage setting. It is a crucial element of storytelling. It provides these visual cues that help the audience understand the time period and even the character personalities. Effective staging not only supports the story but also adds layers of meaning, creating an immersive experience for the audience. It helps them suspend disbelief and become more engaged in the story. It conveys the essence of the story by setting the tone and mood before the lines are spoken. So, a well designed stage can convey the essence of the story, setting the tone and mood before the lines are spoken. The components of stage setting are staging in a theatre encompasses all the elements that transform a script into a living, breathing performance. Stage setting can include such things as position of actors on stage, which is often referred to as blocking, their gestures and movements, they are also known as stage business, the scenic background, the properties, costumes, lighting, and sound effects. Besides costume, any physical object that appears in the play has a potential to become an important dramatic symbol. So, the first thing that the audience of a play sees is the stage set, the physical objects that suggest the world of the play. The stage set is usually indicated by the playwright, but the details of the degree to which and the specificity of this rendering vary from one playwright to another and from one literary period to another. In films, staging is generally called set dressing. So, this is about stage setting. Now, let us move on to the next component, dialogue. Dialogue in drama refers to the spoken lines between characters. They serve as a crucial element in storytelling. Dialogue refers to the spoken exchange between characters. They are crucial for revealing the plot, characters, and relationships. They are also crucial in storytelling, character development, and plot progression. It is not just conversation, it is a tool used to reveal the characters, advance the narrative, and create a dramatic tension. So, dialogues can be written or spoken, and its purpose extends beyond mere conversation. They drive the narrative, they shape the audience understanding of the characters and their world. So, dialogues demonstrate the dynamics between characters. They highlight their connections, power struggles, and emotional bonds. They reveal the characters, how characters speak, their tone, their word choice, etc. So that their personality is revealed, their background and emotional state is revealed. Dialogues drive the story forward by revealing the information, creating conflict, or showing characters' decisions. Dialogue shows relationships, how characters interact and speak to each other, and demonstrate the nature of their relationships. So, through dialogues, playwrights explore universal themes and ideas relevant to human experiences. Okay, now look at some examples of dialogues. So, direct dialogues will be like this: I am going to the store. This is a declarative statement, an assertive statement giving some facts or information. It is a direct dialogue. So, in indirect dialogue, it will be like she said she was going to the store. In interior dialogue or monologue, I can't believe I did it, he thought. So, this is a dialogue that takes place internally within the mind of the character. So, there will be some dialogues where dialect is used, that is, their accent varies. I'll come back now here, said the southern farmer. So, they are spoken in a native accent, their original accent. So, in literature, dialogue will be different. If you have read the story Hills Like White Elephants of Ernest Hemingway, you can get examples for dialogues in literature. The dialogue between the men and women in the story reveal their complex relationships and the underlying conflict about the potential abortion. In plays, there will be dialogues For example, in Shakespeare's Hamlet, the famous dialogue to be or not to be speech is a soliloquy, a type of dialogue where a character speaks their thoughts aloud. So there will be, along with dialogue, monologues. So monologues is a speech delivered by a single actor, single character, either to other characters or to themselves or to the audience. It is a device used to reveal a character's thoughts, feelings, motivations, or background information. So, monologues are conversations within the character. They can be found in plays, films, even literature like poems. Monologue is a way for the character to express their thoughts, feelings, or motivations. They reveal important information about the plot or character development. The word monologue has Greek root. It means speaking alone, and that is a monologue. One person doing all the talking. In theatre, sometimes a character has a monologue that they perform. You can have an internal monologue where you talk to yourselves to better understand some dilemma. So, monologue is an internal talk. There are many types of monologues which we are going to explore now. So, some of the types of monologues are soliloquy, interior monologue, dramatic monologue, stand up comedy, rant, villain speech. So, there is a difference between monologue and dialogue. Monologue is a speech given by one person, whereas a dialogue is a verbal interaction between two or more people. Monologues help reveal something about a character. They are similar to stories because they have a distinct beginning, middle, and an end. Now we'll explore each one of them. Soliloquy. So, this word we use traditionally to refer to a monologue that is delivered when the character is alone. In Shakespeare's plays, for example, there are many speeches that begin with a character saying something like, "Now I am alone." So, this indicates that he is now going to express his own thoughts and can be a soliloquy. You can also know that you are now about to experience a soliloquy. This was a prominent forum during the Elizabethan and Jacobean periods when playwrights used soliloquy as a means to explore complex human emotions and ethical dilemmas. Shakespeare employed soliloquies extensively in his plays. They conveyed the pivotal moments of decision, doubt, or revelations. Soliloquy is a literary device. It allows the audience to know what the character thinks or believes. It provides an audience a way to better understand a character. So, the components which we are learning in this video are more concerned with speech, dialogue, monologue, and soliloquy. There are some minute differences between each one of them. Observe this. So, soliloquy versus monologue. In a soliloquy, the speaker is giving a long speech to himself or herself to the audience. Whereas in a monologue, the speaker is giving a long speech to other characters. This is the main difference between soliloquy and monologue. Soliloquy is a speech which is given to himself or to the audience, whereas the monologue is a long speech given to other characters. The difference between soliloquy and aside is this. An aside is same like a soliloquy, but the only difference is it is spoken to the audience, not to the other characters on stage. Other characters cannot listen to the words spoken in an aside. It is much similar to a soliloquy. The audience can listen to what the character is speaking in an aside. And aside is usually just a few words. That is the difference. Soliloquy and aside are similar. They are spoken to the audience and not to the characters, but they differ in matter of length. Soliloquy is a lengthy dialogue, lengthy monologue, whereas an aside have just a few words or lines. The difference between soliloquy and interior monologue are: interior monologue is a record of characters' inner thoughts. Interior monologues can resemble soliloquies in that they depict a character's innermost thoughts and feelings. But interior monologues are not performed, they are not meant to be performed. Soliloquy reveals a character's thoughts, it is an action, it is a speech act. Whereas inner monologue or interior monologue will never be spoken. It is just a record of character's thoughts. It is more often used in plays. Soliloquies, they are used in plays where dialogue is very important, whereas inner monologue can be used in prose where it is just a record of characters' thoughts. Okay, dear students, in this session of the video, we learned some of the other components of theatre performance like stage setting, dialogue, monologue, and soliloquy. Such theatrical components will help you to understand and analyze a theatrical performance. Thank you for now.